You're here at the plug real quick. Two separate grounds straight to the frame. Just clipping and going into protect, but it didn't shut off. Some weak old grounds. I don't even know what to say right now. You guys asked for it and your boy delivered. Speakers Got Feelings 2 t-shirt. When you buy this shirt on themousetrapstore.com, this shirt will get you 15 entries in for this Terram's Big Boss 3000. This is gonna be a hot buy, so once they're gone, guys. Get yourself one real quick. And let's get into the video, man. It's gonna be very, very dope, man. Let's get it. And we're here at the plug real quick. A&A stereo and sound come through. Check it out. Go inside and grab a couple things because, man, we gotta get to work right now, man. Let's check out the store and see what it got.
A few moments later.
We made it back to the house. Your boy actually had to go get some hot gauge ring terminals. I am trying to get to the bottom of this 10 volt situation when the base hits. You know that, we don't have an alternator. In my back batteries, if you guys can see, there are two 0 gauges that go to the frame of here. Both of those grounds to the batteries go right here. But let me show you something that I think I overlooked and I never actually really even paid attention to. So my amp, man, I just thought of it when I was driving. I got two separate grounds for it. That's actually just to the body, well, just like the floor of the truck. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm still gonna ground it to the floor, but I'm gonna go ahead and go from frame to those grounds as well. So basically it's like double grounds. That's probably cheesy, guys, but adding grounds on top of grounds, it's never gonna hurt nothing, unless I really just go ahead and poke 2 holes and clip those ground wires and just pretty much just put those things straight to the frame, guys. I think that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, is just go ahead and taking those grounds out, snipping them, and just probably just going straight to the frame. The way I know, man, those grounds are pretty much solid. I already got my little wire brush that I will use to scrape off the black stuff off the frame, so we get a good solid metal to metal contact. We got that Makita right here that's going to do its thing and just like pre-drill it, and so we can run a bolt through there and get us a good solid connection. Pretty much with the grounds from the batteries going to the frame and then frame going to the amp, I think that'll pretty much just help it a bit with the voltage on the amp itself. Go ahead and check the voltage out on, man, there's cops everywhere right now. They're probably chasing somebody. Let's go ahead and check out the voltage and see where it sits at right now before we actually get started. All right, back batteries, 12.6 at the fuse holder, 12.6 entry, 12.6 coming out, and at the amp. .5, 12.6. Now let me go ahead and start the truck and see what the voltage sits at, because we're not going to miss nothing today, guys. Okay, with the truck running, the voltage at the amp is at 14.9. It's actually pretty good. And then at the back battery, 14.8. And then at the fuse holder, 14.8. Coming out the fuse holder, 14.8. So voltage is good. So the voltage is at 14.8 at the amp. I'm gonna play something real quick to see if this thing drops down, back down to 10. And after we go ahead and adjust the ground, so we'll go ahead and test it out again to see what it stays at. Okay, so let's see what the voltage drops down to with some bass beating. So let me actually find a song that holds a long note of bass to see what it drops down. It kept dropping down to 10, but it hasn't clipped out yet. I mean, now what amazes me, guys, is that we just went ahead and saw it. The voltage dropped down to almost like 9 volts. It was clipping and going into protect, but it didn't shut off, which is like crazy. But I will say, your boy wasn't feeling that bass beating, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I did feel, well, I know that I didn't feel as much as like bass as I should, the way I had it turned up. And I actually even pumped up the gain a little bit on the amp to get it to drop down to the voltage, because I actually turned it down a little bit the other day. And even after we tightened up the bolts on the batteries, I think it only clipped out and shut off on me one time. But right now we just seen that it was dropping down to like 9 volts. It was clipping like crazy and lighting up the protect light, but it did not shut off. Let's actually go ahead and take the seat out, clip those ends of the ground wires, and then we're gonna ground those things straight to the frame to see what it does. And I know these are probably some weak old grounds, guys, but even when I started rewiring this truck, I don't know what happened. It just must have went through my head, but we're gonna fix it today and go straight to the frame, baby. So to avoid sparking while we are actually re-grounding this stuff off, actually I'll leave the power connected, and then, no, I'll just take off the power so I can leave the ground set where it's at, so I don't have to move, so I can really, you know, track those wires good, nice and tight. So let me go ahead and pull out the reducer with the dual, take it out, then I'm gonna go ahead and tape up that end so it doesn't touch nothing while we're working. And these are actually pretty bomb ass ends on these grounds, guys, so I am actually going to go ahead and bust out that big boy unibit so I can make a nice big enough hole to run both of those wires through there. Gonna have to get underneath right there, guys. I'm probably gonna drill from the bottom in, and hopefully, man, this gets us a pretty good ground so we can hold up at least the power a little bit till we actually get our alternator, which I am gonna order a 400 amp alternator probably like 2 weeks. This ground right here goes to a distribution block that's somewhere underneath there that goes to the actual PRV crossovers. I think for the LED lights that were in the back, something like that. I know it runs to a 4-gauge distribution block under there for ground. All right, so we actually have that grommet, but sadly it is like literally right underneath the amp rack, so we actually can't get to it. So we actually just need to go ahead and drill a hole right here so those wires can pretty much just go like straight down, you know what I'm saying? Like right here they need to go. Let's go ahead and get that thing going. So now let's actually bust out that big boy, that torque in it. I want my wrist to break on this one. Oh my god, that thing's getting hot. That thing is getting very hot metal. Oh yeah. Need to make it a little bit bigger so both of those wires come through. All right, let's keep it going. All right, let me run those wires. See if they go through finally. I'm gonna actually have to scoop my amp back probably just a little bit because you see right here the wires are getting pretty tense. They're getting pulled from there pretty good. You can get right here, but man, your boy's trying to get to right here, guys. So if you just freeze it up a little bit, even like right there wouldn't be that bad, just so they're up away from everything. But man, let's just go ahead and scoop it back so it relieves a little bit less tension. Hey guys, this is all like science experiments. We're just basically just testing out things, how they work. Your boy never paid attention in school, so to me right now the things that I'm doing is just like you know, closure for myself for not going to school and taking science a little bit seriously. I'm pretty sure that if I really would have paid attention in school, and you know, I would have learned a little bit more than what I actually know now, you know, book wise. All right, I'm gonna let you guys in on something. I went to high school, you know, they got 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. I did all 4 years of high school in 9th grade. That's as far as I got. So stay in school, man, enough of that stuff. Let's get back to work. Let's go ahead and scoop this guy back a little bit. We can actually run these wires a little bit better. I think there's a zip tie that's actually holding those guys in. All right, and we got our wires where we pretty much want them right there. So now I need to go ahead and pretty much just like knock off that black on the frame, get it down to metal. Go ahead and bolt those things down and then spray some black spray paint so it doesn't create rust. So I'm gonna actually have to leave my amp like a little bit sideways, guys, just because of the tension of the grounds. But the amp probably won't stay like that just because they are gonna probably get rearranged once we start doing the new rebuild. But let's go ahead and put this power back in. Tighten that guy up a bit just so it doesn't wiggle. It's in there. All right, so before I actually test voltage, let me show you underneath the truck what it looks like. I want to record spray painting because man, that overspray will get on the lens, guys, and it'll be blown. But I went ahead and flat blacked it. The grounds are right there. Man, them things ain't going nowhere, and now they're straight to the frame. Let's check to see what the voltage is sitting at. Then we'll go ahead and play it with some bass and see what it does. 12.6. It was pretty much the same. But our real thing that we're trying to test out is see if the ground's better when the bass is beaten. Batteries are going straight to the frame. There's 2 aught gauges that are running down there. There are 2 0 gauges that are running down there to the same exact frame. We're only just seconds away from testing it out to see what the voltage does while the bass is beaten. So it's at 14.2, 14.1. Let's see what it stays at with the bass beaten. 14.2, let's turn it up. Alright, so I just turned it off just because, man, we are in the hood and we don't want them folk to call the other folk on us. But guys, look, it's 12.5. I really don't know what to say just because it dropped down to 10 again, maybe I think 9. And the clip light was going, protect light was going, but it was not shutting off. That thing was still repeatedly beating like crazy, guys. I actually felt the bass actually like really bumping really hard. And at this point, guys, if it is doing what it's doing at this voltage and it's not clipping out, like, how loud is it actually gonna get when we do the alternator? That's like, it's driving me insane. I don't know if you guys can see, but that amp is probably like 3/4 and probably like a little hair backwards up, and that thing is beating. And this time I actually did feel the truck beating like crazy, like it should be, but it was jumping, protect, clip, all that stuff, and it would not shut off. Considering the fact the back door was open, so it wasn't creating that much pressure like it would like if I'd have this door closed with the window up and me testing the bass out in the front. But man, even back here, that thing is just like, it was beating hard. I felt that bass. Down in the comments, man, let me know, man. That thing is insane. Clipping, protect, not cutting out. I don't even know what to say right now. Go ahead and put some of these tools away, guys, and you know, we'll probably go right around, but I don't even know what to even think anymore. Take the truck out for a quick spin, guys, and see what it does. Like I said, I don't even know what to even say anymore. Do not get it twisted. That thing is beating, but I don't know. But let's go ahead and let's put on some music. A quick update after that little quick bass notes. Man, that thing feels solid. Alright, so we're here at the park real quick, man. Let's jam this thing out and see what it does for real. I feel like the bass sounds a little bit more solid. I don't know. It's dropping down voltage, but at the same time, man, this thing is still beating. Look, let me put this thing back up. Okay, it is up there. This guy
This shit here gonna get messy. Riders too, we got the race too. Like how the fuck the streets when they feed you. You got how you feel, but on the street, my nigga chopping trees. Cut the lead, kickstand all in my car. Only toe we here on monkeys, so make them pop. Always reaching for some power, but I
And look, that right there, guys, it is at like half volume. It is half that volume of the EQ and like a little bit over half on the sub on the EQ as well too. Like that thing is not even pumped up. It's probably going into protect, clipping like crazy, but it ain't even shut off. Like look, the camera's still rolling. Look.
I'm going.
I really don't know. I'm a loss of words of what's going on, but hey, it's jamming, it's beating. Till then, guys, enter on the giveaways. Shirts are available. Drop some comments, hit that like for a chance to win the Sundown Subs E-Series like these guys, and one of you guys can walk home with either or of those prizes, man. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.